Hey everybody, TheOneChristo here with another deck guide. So grab your warm beverage, huddle up in the cafe, and let's talk about monsters. So I'm really excited about this one. It's been a great deck for me for the past 2 seasons. For those of you who know me, in general, I'm a pretty competitive human being, but haven't put that much time, effort, and work into really ranking up and grinding ladder and MMR and all that in Gwent until this season. I finally put some work in. And doing fairly well. I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. My last deck guide was about the Skilliga deck that got us over 2,500. Today I'm going to be talking about the monster deck that put us over 2,550 and put us straight on the 10k MMR. Right on the nose. So again, this is a deck that, man, I wish I wanted to tell you this is some super duper creative, phenomenal, fancy deck, but it really is something super basic. It is Overwhelming Hunger. It is Devotion. Last season, I think we hit over 25. It was like 2507 or something with it. This time around, we're putting it over 2550. We're not done with it yet. We're actually still close to peak, but I wanted to get this out there and share it with you nonetheless. For those of you who want to see me playing live, you can find me twitch.tv/TheOneChristo, and I've got a bunch of other deck guides on my channel for different factions. This actually might be my first monsters deck guide, come to think of it. I don't know that I've done another one before. So let's dive in, take a look at this Devotion Overwhelming Hunger deck and kind of see where we have where we've gotten to this point with. So for Overwhelming Hunger, for Devotion specifically, I want to bring up a point because a lot of people were saying this deck is not that good. Devotion is not that good for monsters. They're better off playing Heat Wave, things like that. And I think part of it is a mindset. When you're sitting down and you're selecting the deck you want to play and you're looking at what cards are in it, you need to realize that with, let's say, a Devotion Monsters, or very similar to the Devotion Squayatel deck I have a deck guide for as well, you're looking at outpointing the opponent more than playing that control style. You know, you're not going to have super tall removal. You're going to have some smaller control options like Maruna and Manticore and things like that. But you just have to be cognizant of the type of game you're playing. You're trying to outpoint your opponent more than remove their stuff. So try and be more proactive. Try and set up engines on the board and your larva on the board and things like that to really grow those points. So just something to keep in mind as we go through this. Not every deck needs a Heat Wave. Not every deck needs a Neuromancy to be consistent. So we just go attack advantage here. I mean, at the end of the day, like I just said, we're trying to outpoint the opponent. Attack advantage works just fine. Like every other deck we're running. Haunt. Oberon is going to be great in his third form. He will boost your other Wild Hunt units. Again, you don't have a ton of those in the deck. You have Gaels. You know, you're going to have your Bruisers that are going to come out, and you're going to have your Conquerors as well. So just keep that in mind. He is a little bit of an engine. Does boost some of your other units, not a ton. Oberon works really, really well when you have dominance. Keep that in mind. When you have dominance, you are going to be getting more out of him and more out of the units he produces. 9 times out of 10, you're probably looking at grabbing the Bruiser, especially if you have Frost on the board for that movement piece. You can always grab Conquerors from him as well. Those actually work quite well just from a points perspective. You have a few other options in there as well, some damage options, some boost options. There's a bit of flexibility. Unfortunately, it's not consistent. You don't know what you're going to get. So always expect the worst. Try and play him when you have dominance or when there's Frost on the board. Both of those things are very beneficial. Detlef, brain dead option here. Detlef is in every single one of these kind of decks. We've got Naglfar, closest thing we've got to a tutor here, and we've got Ardgaeth. Both of these are Wild Hunt cards. Both of them can be pulled by Gales. Keep in mind the Gales can brick if you've got both of these in hand. Fun part about him, if you don't get him in round 1, you have both these cards. You can actually shuffle Ardgaeth back, take a mulligan on it, put it back in your deck, pull it with Gales for the second time around, so you have flexibility there. Naglfar grabs you 2 gold cards. A little bit dangerous when you're playing it in round 1. I often don't love keeping it in round 1 because it tends to be kind of a cluster. You're looking at a deck with 6 or more gold cards and you're just getting one randomly off the top. So be a little bit careful of it, but you do need the thinning in this deck again because this is your best tutor. You want to be thinning as much as possible. Ardgaeth also thins out our Winter Queen, who turns into a Thrive unit because we are Devotion. One of my favorite plays in this deck, and the reason I enjoy the Devotion side of things is because, you know, something like Gales into Ardgaeth into the Winter Queen are thinning 3 cards from your deck, or 2, plus the one you have in hand. You can have something like the Endrega Larva on board and use Gales turn 2, proc the larva, get Frost out, and just get it ticking. You want it to be doing damage, especially if you have a Bruiser in hand. That Bruiser then goes and also procs the Winter Queen's Thrive, so you're getting that ball rolling. Like I said before, the end goal of this deck is really to generate as many points as possible. Those are all great ways to do so. Maruna here, Stealing something with 4 or less power that gets a boat if you're playing against Skellige a lot of the time. That can potentially grab some fun units when you're playing against Scoia'tael, or obviously some high value ones when you're playing Northern Realms. Just keep in mind you're going to run into situations against Firesworn, for example, against Scoia'tael, where they're going to drop a bunch of trance, where Maruna might not get a ton of value. So try and maximize the value you do get with her. So take it when you've got a good board state, essentially. Now, the same thing happens with Manticore. I know not everybody's playing Manticore, but a lot of times it is a gamble that can pay off because opponents are not always playing around it. I've seen people dropping a boat on round 1 just to get it Manticored, dropping something and using tack advantage, things like that on it, and getting Manticored straight off the bat. So again, you have to be very mindful of your Manticore because just like Maruna can be kind of sad in certain matchups. So just keep an eye on that and make sure that plays out nicely. At Astriga, some nice spot removal, does 4 damage with Dominance. So again, you're going to want to be making sure Dominance is here. Werecat. So Werecat plays in a couple different ways. A matchup that goes wide like Firesworn, dropping Werecat and consuming right away can clear a board of tokens. You've also got Thrive on the Werecat, so that can be nice engine to generate some points as well. The fact that you can drop it and you can thrive is good, but a lot of times that's going to give your opponent the visibility to say, hey, I'm going to avoid this row. Now that plays into them putting units on multiple rows, which brings us back to Ardgaith that spawns Frost on both rows. So just something to keep in mind there, that Ardgaith can help, spread their units out and just clear them up. We've got Parasite here. Again, a little bit more spot removal. Don't forget that Parasite can be played on your own units as well if you need that dominance back. If you need it desperately, getting too tall is it's a little bit of a disadvantage because the deck doesn't play super tall. There's no Egern, nothing like that. The tallest you're probably going to see is the Bargus coming down from Haunt to consume like a 5-point target for the most part. So like 10 points is probably the max. So just be cognizant of that. It's just as an option you can play to boost self if there's nothing worth damaging for 6 points. So you almost always get full 6 points out of the Parasite. Bargus, we just added in a little extra consume. Obviously, Heatwave runs rampant in the game today, so you cannot guarantee you're getting your Haunt off. And if you've procced or you use your leader ability a couple times to get Manticores, to get Maruna going, you might need the extra consume, so we have Bargus here. Wild Hunt Bruiser, the double movement, super important. We're seeing like Pavko show back up. We're seeing boats, obviously, in Skellige, things like that. Archers, you can move them. Always try to play with Frost as much as possible. If you can't, you can't, but always try to. We've got Wild Hunt Riders here. Again, those thinning plays are really, really important. So having these guys in your opening hand is good. Keep in mind, they require dominance at 4 points. They're not necessarily guaranteeing you dominance themselves. So you're going to want to play around that, probably get them down pretty early. You've got your Larva here. I mean, they go in every monster deck just about. Your Conquerors are 7/4 with Veil. Nothing wrong with that. Get them out. We've got a Noon Wraith here. Good for point slam. Also in desperate cases where you need a second Death Wish unit. Sometimes you'll bleed your opponent down. You'll maybe only have Haunt left at the end plus a Dettlaff. You want that second proc. Your Noon Wraith works great for that. You've got your Foglet here. Again, your second thinning card, or your third, theoretically, if you're talking Gales and Ardgaith. But your Foglet, again, pulls a unit. It's a Death Wish as well. Also triggers Haunt if need be. You can use a leader in round 1 if you really want to be able to activate that. In a perfect world, you're looking at a Bargus or an Endrega Warrior to be able to do it, and that rounds out the deck with the Endrega Warrior. So overall, this requires you to know your matchups well, because you do run into situations where you need to know, hey, what am I going to steal with Maruna? Where am I going to get the most value there? Do I need to bleed them in round 2? And a lot of times you can bleed with Oberon and Haunt. You've got the choice. So you can spend one, keep the other one for round 3. But this gives you a lot of flexibility. You can really spread your points out. Heck, even Dettlaff in round 3 with 2 leader charges is a great way to end the game, because that puts out 19 points in one card essentially. So you've got a lot of flexibility in the deck to do what you need. You have a lot of synergies here as well. So without further ado, I'm going to kick you into a couple games. We do have a Lippy game as one of them, and I believe the other one is Symbiosis. Symbiosis, just to show you that you can outpoint somebody who is playing just a high point deck, even though you have limited removal. So that is absolutely doable. The second game is against Lippy. Lippy can be an absolute pain in the ass, especially when you play it the way I do and play a really bad Frost into a Protector. So there's some things I had to overcome in that game, let's say, but you'll see kind of the result of that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know if you do. Please subscribe and like if you do. Let me know in the comments what you think. I've had a great time with this deck. It does take a certain mindset to play it because you can't be thinking about relying on Heat Wave and things like that. But otherwise, it's been a really reliable deck for me. It's put me over 2,500 the last 2 seasons, so Season of the Cat and then Mahakam this month. And I like it very much so far. If you have questions, you guys know where to find me, Twitter, Twitch, and all the rest. Until then, enjoy Overwhelming Hunger. JC, I drew 2 Foglets in hand. It's like it knew you were leaving. Oh, you need to go. Okay, that's not too bad. This matchup gets hard because they can outpoint you because we can't answer much of anything. Good King Wenceslas slipped out on the feast. They wanted to say bye, exactly. The Foglets came out to say ciao. The fact that we don't get Argaeth kind of feels shitty, right? Because there's 5 golds in the deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 golds in the deck. Well, that's an easy parasite. Oh, Gwent partner. Who wants to be stream sniped? Like, who does that, really? We may have a slight problem with rider value, maybe. You have 2 of them. Where's my Manticore?
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection.
I mean, we can try. We can try Nagelfaring for it, right? This is good. This is good. That's about it. Why would I want Maruna? I can't Maruna this. At least one in blue. There's a few. Well, I mean, Queen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These 2. The rest at least were play. Well, Ada also sucks, right? Like the ideal case would be getting Gael's or Argaeth, but this thing is gonna get big, and I will not be able to answer it anytime soon. At least I have Haunch and Oberon in hand, so really, I mean, and now Maroon is not even bricked. Maybe I should have Gale second. Oh, Dunka. He buffs that? Yeah. Yeah, we have a problem. This matchup is usually pretty tough. What's Bart playing, Zuby? Is it, it's non-devotion, I imagine? I mean, fine. I'm okay. I really do want to Naglfar. With it from 2-4 to 2-4-4 with it? That's pretty decent. Yeah, we don't get good answers. I'm actually really tempted to Naglfar to try and thin. Don't brick too hard, baby. Oh, money. Money!
When the white frost comes, the world will at last be cleansed.
Feels good. Thin dick. Deck, sorry. Well, I figured that was better now because Manticore and Maruna aren't bad. There's still a lot of points on his side, right? Thin dick, exactly. Because we go for 2-4. This is 5, 9, 12. Yeah, this is fine. Actually, you brought up a good point, Sonny, right? The fact that he dumped 2 Hamadryads on the board. Where's Watchflay? Typing PP. The problem becomes here, yeah, he can't. This is 26, 27, 28, 32.
Nothing rivals skinny unicorn. Their hair. So
And he drops by 4, so we're actually good. That Frost. Okay. But yeah, the fact that he can no longer, I mean, he's got Nature's Gift down to 1 charge, so he's used 2, and he can't Shaping Nature a Hamadryad, so we're missing some tall removal, but we can probably still outpoint him this way. There you go, Rumblin'. Somebody had to come in with the peepees. So this is our pass now, which is kind of okay. We can thin with the riders on the dry pass, and then we can come back with some fun. Rumblin', I didn't know you were so hungry. It must be the Thanksgiving. Okay. You also can't leader the Young Dryads from Ethne anymore? Right. Oh, is he Devotion, actually? Not 1,000% sure, but if he's Devotion, I think he's gonna have a hard time. Where's our werecat? Where's our were kitty cat? Preparing his watch could be a thing. There's our werecat. That is Ethne value if he is Devotion. What's up, Kane? What is that? Why is that a duck emote? Also, where's Ian? Ian loves duck emotes. Manticore? Gales. Maruna. Okay. What do we miss here? We miss nothing. Perfect. Yeah, Manticore's tragic. Well, look, we mulligan this. This is fine, right? I mean, Manticore's still a 5. I guess that are better. Oh, that's what we got. We got to consume. Ooh, Defender. Interesting. I mean, our Manticore wouldn't have been completely terrible, right? So I actually think I go Gales to get Max Thrive. We'll get the Frost out, and then we'll try and grab with Oberon. What's he playing back? Oh, he's going to drop Pavko back row. So this is probably Devotion. Yeah, I'm just a sucker for getting as much Thrive value as humanly possible. I think this is okay. And then I think Oberon next is also okay, because Oberon would skip the 5s, right? Because it boosted by 2, so it gets to 6. Sage behind it. And there's his last charge. Okay. But anything I do to proc these guys past 5 feels really nice, because them at 6 feels good. And yeah, Werecat will do some work too.
Toss it onto the pile, then burn it with
No love, no purify. Still fine. Still fine. This is actually better, because if he continues to put behind here, we're perfectly happy. And Werecat plus Ada actually hits Figus pretty good. Ooh. Never mind. Striga gone. I think I go Werecat back row now. Maybe not. Maybe we just go Haunt. I hate waiting super long to get Maruna out. Yeah, that's why. I really don't like waiting long for the Werecat. Like, what's he gonna do, kill it? That's his, like, best case scenario? Oh, imagine yoinking Defender! Well, we need to keep Maruna now, though. Actually, and what's getting behind it gonna do? Really, at this point? But it's still active, actually.
The salty winds are blowing.
Is this guy not? This guy's Devotion, right? I'm confused too. Where is all the good cards? Gotta feed my dogs pumpkin puree now. Why pumpkin puree, Sophia? Because you have a lot of it, or because they're? I know dogs can sometimes get a bit sick and need human food. Kung Fu, what's up? Maybe they like you. I mean, I like you some pumpkin. We have a just fucking god-awful Maruna, though. Oh, he is Devotion. It is Kung Fu. I know Kung Fu. For the last time, Mr. Reeves, no, you don't. So I think we go Detlef just to consume that, right? Just I'm a fan of that staying alive. Our Maruna's gonna be a bit ugly. Remember that Werecat being bad? Maruna might be worse.
Next time it'll be personal.
Oh! Oh! 50-50. Blake doesn't like these. I don't like them either.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh!
I've some dastardly spells at my disposal. Shocking.
Emote after. Show dominance. Rip. Oh, I was like sweating on that one. We buff whatever. We can buff that. Drop that guy over there. Do that. Woo. 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 10-point gourd. What a finisher. What deck is this? What deck is this? Oh god. Luca versus Lippy. That's my reward. I still like the idea of kicking Naglfar. Yeah, because we're gonna need the tempo ahead. Oh no, you go away. Fuck. Oh, the bricks, Flake, the bricks! The bricks. That's my extra reward. Bricking a card, bricking 2 cards versus Lippy on blue. What's the MMR? Just below 10, I want to say, because I checked. This is Warriors, not Lippy. You wouldn't Striga that? Oh, we move it actually. We'd probably Frost and move, I think. Wouldn't have mattered if we took the Striga.
Freya's bulwark. That's what we are.
Yeah, I think we just Frost and move here. No, because we're gonna want to move whatever he drops in between, possibly. I'm like slightly torn here because there's a good chance he puts a boat between. Should have Strigged. Be quiet, Sonny. There's a good chance he puts a boat or something in between we want to move, which is actually fine. Like, I think this is okay. And then we can go Foglet.
My ice will pierce.
Oh fuck, that was dumb. That was dumb of me. It's a serious problem now. That was okay. Oh no. I haven't seen Lippies line that shit up very much. He's just gonna consume something that comes back from the fucking dead, so it's not gonna be very helpful. This has gone horribly wrong! Well, that's a Striga at least, right?
That's what.
That's not a Striga anymore, I lied. Oh, wait, can we Striga? We can, technically, right? We do this. Yeah, I keep forgetting Frost against Haymade Protectors is bad, because they boost each other if nothing else. There's the bitch. So I think Foglet plus Barghest is actually still okay to get us into okay shape. That fucking brick on the Wild Hunt Riders will piss off.
Accept our sacrifice.
He's only down by 4.
Don't you pester me.
Of course he has that shit in hand too, right? Get a good pass last turn. Were we down a card? I didn't catch it. We'll only be down 1 card now. Like, I can't actually commit Detlef here, can I? Or is that crazy? I think so too. Because we definitely lose without Detlef Hunt, probably. Lippy! Use your Lippy to bring Detlef back. Kappa. Lippy! Yeah, that frost was bad. I was expecting to see the boat. I wasn't expecting to have him drop the champion between them. Actually, just hitting one with the Striga would have probably been, we're bleeding. Okay.
They need us.
I just Ardgaeth here, right? It'll start pinging these guys off? Yeah, I think so too. Then I move Harold into the other row.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Yeah, I definitely move Harold into the other row now. He dies. We move on with life. Our Manticore is trash again, though. Move that here. This guy dies. Yeah, because he can't really trigger his things otherwise, except for with a priest, I guess. He spent one, though. I mean, if he does, he does. And I can get riders actually next turn, too. You think so?
Stars are all the trophies I need.
Now he loads up a priest right here, right? And just starts fucking working its way through. Oh, what are we squirreling? Do tell. Cool squirrel, bro.
A fitting gift for our king.
Lippy goes all the way? I mean, I feel like at this point, there's no reason for him to stop leading me. He gets everything he needs in round 3. Can I hero pass? No? What are the chances this is Lippy? And if that is Lippy, how many points is that? 5, 8, 11, 15 points? That's too much anyway. Perfect. Lippy's 10? Oh, he already played Mork, right? Morkbrug's gone? So it's just Roach and Doggo? So he doesn't have Lippy in hand, because he definitely would have done it in that case, I feel. Yeah, no, I forgot Morkbrug he already played, because sometimes Mork comes out of the graveyard too. Yeah, that's what I meant, Monica. Yes, totally. Oh, God. Oh, there's Haunt. Okay. I need to mulligan the Parasite, don't I? Like, that's better. Scales, this or that. I'll do it for me. That'll do it. That will do it. Okay, so we just jam Haunt. He hasn't used Heat Wave, so there's a good chance it just gets yeeted anyway. stop it with that shit, Sonny. God. Oh, we also might miss Oberon with the Naglfar. I didn't think of that one. I feel in my belly. Oh God, as long as you do. Feeling indigestion in my belly. Does that count?
This is the way.
This is the way. There's the yeet. So we just go Detlef and just consume, right? Mando Day has started, by the way. It started for you, sir. My Mando Day doesn't start for a couple more hours, but I'm excited. It should be a great episode this week. You guys keep saying things like that. Why only leader? Oh, because I've got enough consume, so it doesn't matter. No reason to go tall. Got it. Makes sense. Where's my parasite? God damn it, Sonny. Where's my parasite?
Women, children, elders. We spare none.
Maybe we go get it with Gales, right? Energix. That's why you guys are better than me at this. I don't know what his point total is, but with Ceres, Lippy, and whatever else he plays, this thing. Oh, it's just Ceres and Lippy left. Right.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Well, I'll take that. Thank you. Because what? Ceres pops out another, so it's 4, 8. I don't even understand what you're saying half the time, Sunny.
I shall savor your death.
Give me Lippy just for shits. There it is. Now, how many points is Ceres? Oh, that's 6. Now we win again. That's not Ceres.
I'm ready.
Apparently that's 31.
Oh, what a lovely tea party. Oh, what a lovely tea party.